Hello everybody, welcome to part 4 of our Dragon Age playthrough. We're going to be continuing on with the quest today. Should be fairly straightforward, and we're going to see if we can't actually get into the main story a little bit. I have been watching back some of the videos, and I'm going to try and do something a little different with the audio today, in today's video. We'll see if this improves it any. I know it has been kind of quiet on them so far, so we're going to make some changes, hopefully put out a better quality product. Alright, and we're going to get started. We're going to run down this way. We are doing the tower now. The tower, I believe it's 4 floors that we've got to deal with, ending in the first actual boss fight.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
Forgot to turn on my headset.
Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Alright, you're gonna run off. We've got the mage that stays with us since we did not choose to be a mage class. And just a nice little bit of archery. We're gonna actually move this back here. Turn on these. Rapid fire and suppressive fire should always be on for this build. Alright, looks like there's no one back here we can shoot. And the one up top we can't quite reach from here, so we'll loop around up these stairs.
Cut them down!
And simple enough. Nothing too bad. Such great treasure on that. A whole nothing. Alright, hopefully some of these will actually have some items for me. Malachite, that's just random sellable. Gemstone doesn't actually do anything for you. A little bit of gold. Nothing there, nothing there. A little bit of gold off him. Move up here into the second part of the fight. Now you see with this build, we don't currently have a lot of stamina left. In fact, we can't even activate 2 out of our abilities. But that's okay, we really don't actually need to. Oh, we're just chaining straight into this fight. Normally you get to reset and let your health come back between fights, but guess we're just going straight in. Okay. The alpha. There we go. Okay. We're going to come back down here and do our looting. Health potions. Okay. And we're going to loot up here once we loot these bodies. And it looks like just the one. Nope. Clicking's apparently hard for me. Okay. So we're going to stop here. We're going to have a discussion about what happened to all my stamina. See, if we turn off our abilities, our stamina will refill. We can use all these. Active effects have an upkeep stamina and fatigue that they require. Between rapid fires, and suppressing fire, it basically eats up all of our stamina, which is okay because this combination right here is better than any combination of these abilities. We will eventually get more stamina as we get other items. It is tied to your willpower stat. We don't really care about the extra stamina and the willpower stat, so that will just be something that we pick up over time. There's a few ways to pick it up. One of the main ones will be items. And then along with items, there is a portion of the game that we'll encounter fairly early on that will allow us to increase all our abilities. Okay. Alright, Alistair's in trouble. He's gonna go down. Oh, maybe not. Do we save him? Oh, just barely kept alive. There's one of the harder parts because you actually have to deal with a mage. This course right here, the emissary, is a mage. You saw they started off with that fireball. That is just massive damage. Your armor doesn't help you. Your defense stat doesn't help you. They're not going to miss. Mages are just overpowered in the first game. Alright, so off that way, you can look at your mini-map here and see this door leads into the same place this one does. So you might as well go to the right and come around so you don't miss anything. No reason to run over that way and then backtrack. Just a little efficiency with clearing this tower out because you're going to end up having to. Yep. We'll turn fire on this guy. Okay. Down, 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 down. Only one guy left. Okay, and down. Alright, there's all that. Chest, still no brogues available to us, so we can't get in there. Nothing available there. That one I can get. The wooden crate.
As you wish.
Malachite, just another resource. Yay. I really don't care about these random items. The silver bracelets, this is actually good. We'll get into gifts later on. Once we can get to that point with our other characters around us. And there would be the hole that they came up through and how they get into the tower. Alright. And fire. That'll drop you. Swing in here. Just start dealing with these archers back since they're already 2-on-1 there. Quickly flip this guy. He's running past my mage. That's just some bad AI play running in there. Anything, nothing off you.
Right.
Such good. That chest is locked. Sometimes it takes a while, so I do like to double check enemies like that. Alright, and that'll clear out the first floor. Making good progress.
What are these darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here. Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Karen Logain will be waiting for the signal.
Yes. I know he will be. That's why we are here. Okay. Mushroom, it's a crafting resource. I'll tell you right now, don't waste your time crafting.
Here we go.
There's only one way which crafting matters, and we'll get to that probably in the next episode. We'll get to the one point in the game where crafting actually matters. Other than that, poisons, potions, all that, traps, completely irrelevant. I thought I saw something sparkle over here. Oh, that's the chest I can't get. Okay. I'm very much a completionist and get paranoid about not getting everything I possibly can.
Let's get started.
Alright. So, gonna come up here. The ballista on the right is aimed much more poorly than the ballista on the left, which will actually shoot somebody. And once your team starts running up there, stop firing the ballista. You will hit them. You will kill them. It will not be good. So we saw a dog run up there. We need immediately stop firing the ballista because we don't want to accidentally kill them. Okay. 3 more off over here. I'm not sure why they're not fighting, but they're weak enough that I can drop them myself. Alright, perfect. That Hurlock. That one. Okay. And we've only got 1 room left to the 2nd floor. We're making good progress through this tower. Might be able to get it all done today. Oh, there's still 1 more back over off that side of the table. Yeah, okay, that chest is locked. Let's give items time to spawn on some of these guys. Acid flask, utterly irrelevant. Wooden crate. Quartz will just end up selling. And did anything spawn on that guy? Nope, no sparkles. So push on up to the 3rd floor.
Those games better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal.
Cured leather gloves. That might actually be something worthwhile. Ah, same strength as what I have. Never mind. Okay, and check these outsides. I don't remember anything being out here, but that doesn't mean that there isn't. It's been a while. Okay, looks like I remember correctly. Apparently this guy just wanted to aggro himself out here by himself. Not gonna complain about, you know, getting to kill somebody off individually. Oh, and here comes the rest of them. Okay. Oh, hey. Dog leveled up. Push up a little.
Show me what you've got.
And alright. We'll do a little looting and then we'll level up dog. I'm a big believer in leveling up as soon as possible on these guys. I mean, why go into a fight weaker than you need to be?
As you wish.
And weapon stand. X, not gonna be any good. Okay, tap C, go to dog. Straight strength on dog, and he's done. Yeah, dog does not get an ability every level. It's a real interesting looking character. He really doesn't play that well though. Alright, and we're going to run in here. Yep, that's what exactly what we're doing. We're releasing the hounds. On this difficulty, the hounds aren't needed. On other difficulties, they really, really help you. Man, I am missing everything. Good thing I got that hound there helping me. Okay.
This should be easy enough.
When you're playing on Nightmare, releasing the hounds is super important. In fact, when you go into these rooms, I would even suggest opening up and then falling back to the hounds and letting them continue to assist you. Because it's just needed on higher difficulties when you're playing with these bad characters who aren't built. Because as you see here, I opened one room, they all came. So you can easily get overwhelmed if you're not careful. And these, oh, gonna run off after this guy in the door. Alright. Well, now we're gonna fall back and actually loot the rooms. Which, honestly, there's no real need. There's not going to be anything in here that is relevant to us on the larger scale of things.
Let's get started.
Alright. Let's go around here. Nothing else there. One more room to loot. I'm all for picking up more lesser injury kits. These are about the only items that will be useful. And then it's only for a limited amount of time. Eventually injury kits will mean nothing to me as well. Alright. Kick open this door. And this should be the last floor before the boss. Alright. Get that acid flask. Obviously can't get in there. There's nothing back in this corner. Alright. See? That's what I say. Give it a second on these bodies. Because he didn't have any loot before he ran back in the corner, and he did after we came back. And you, longbow, is tier 3 better than what we have. We will happily make that upgrade to a tier 3 weapon. The weapons and armor both work on a 1 to 7 system. The higher the number, the better it goes. And then, of course, there are different types of weapons with different effectiveness. Like a lower tier longbow may end up being better than a higher tier short bow. In the end, we'll end up using tier 7 everything on everyone. Okay, so ogre. Why are these abilities not turned on? I do not know. But we'll make sure that they're back on. Use the combination of this with the rapid fire to increase my fire rate with the suppressing fire, so that he gets multiple penalties to attack as we go through, and it basically allows him to only hit with his special abilities. All his basic attacks really do nothing. Okay, and Alistair, you leveled up. Okay. 2 and 1. For you, we'll make sure we have Master Combat Training. Slide back down here. Pick up the one ability you can so far. These have a level cap on them. Okay. One new tactic slot required. The shield may actually be better for Alistair than what he has currently. It is that spell resistance and chance to avoid missile attacks. Alright. That's everything. So we'll light the beacon and kick off the cutscene.
The retreat.
But what about him? Should we not?
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased. Back in the wilds, of course. I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and I have just bandaged your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue? Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well. The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke. I will stay and make something to eat.
Alright. Get my own level up now. Purely dexterity from here on out. We don't care about any other skills. Alright. We need both of these. We're gonna finish my combat training just to make sure I can get all of this stuff. Scatter shot. Like, we could get up into scatter shot now. We really don't care for it. The only thing we care about really is this master archery, so I guess we should start building towards that. Alright. We've got that.
Right.
Loot that chest. That one we cannot get into. It will require a key later on. And back to cutscenes.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. Huh. I thought you were dead for sure. This doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legend? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
Then what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
A bit.
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these Darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon. By ourselves? No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention... I don't know how.
How to kill the Archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are two different questions, Have the Wardens no allies these days?
I don't know. Duncan said that the Grey Wardens of Orlais had been called, and Al Eamon would never stand for this, surely. I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the landsmen. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help. Of course, the treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens. No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the Eid? Or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Warden, consider this repayment for your lives.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I
understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It's not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
All right. We navigated that conversation well to get these pluses. But we are going to wrap up here. It's been a little over half an hour already. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget about the sleep block we have coming up on the 29th, 10 a.m. Central Time. Going to be doing our first live stream. I will be live most of the day, so if you can't make it in at the beginning, jump in, say hi. Be glad to hear from all of you. Anyway, have a nice day, everybody.